Mama, I'm gonna make a lot of money, and you will never have to work another day of your life. My mama say, that's fine, but until then, you get that lawnmower and go out there and cut that grass. It's something inside of me, Mama, that I never told you, that I never could admit, and I'm gonna share it with all of you because now we're family. I played for a youth team called the Fort Myers Rebels, and they blessed me. They took me all over the country to play and expose me to things, expose you to things. And everybody on their team, their parents owned something, and their parents were doctors or lawyers or the chief of police. It was that type of organization. Me and one of my friends were the only African-American kids that was on that team, and it was a very affluent team, and I was ashamed of my mama. Because my mama worked in the hospital. She cleaned up the hospital. She pushed the cart. And I was ashamed of my mama, who sacrificed, who loved me, who protected me, who gave me everything I want to make sure I was best dressed in school. And I had everything that was late that came out. I had it first. I was ashamed of my mama. Because one of my friends in high school, he saw her in a hospital one night pushing a cart, and he came back and he clowned me. He ridiculed me and he mocked me because of my mama. So I made a pledge to myself that I don't care what it takes. I don't care what it may take. I'm not going to do anything illegal. But my mama would never have to work another day of her life. I created this image, this thing that you could imagine. You could love him or hate him, but he was pride. I would pre-rehearse the quotes. I would pre-rehearse the sayings because I knew I had the substance. I knew I had the goods. I knew I had the work ethic, but I needed to secure myself enough that my mama would never have to work another day of her life. So throughout my whole career, I understood there were going to be stones. Because when you make it a difference, it's going to be haters. When you're provoking change, it's going to be naysayers. People don't condone what they've never seen. And some of the stuff I tried to do, they had never seen. But when you talked about me, media, guess what? Behind you, I saw my mama. When you wrote about me, when you naysayed me, when you criticized me, I saw right through your papers, right through your TV, and I saw my mama. When you told me what I couldn't do, when you told me what I didn't do, when you told me what I would never be, I saw my mama pushing that cart. When you told me I was too small, I wasn't educated enough, I saw my mama. I don't know if you figured it out by now, but I just gave you prime. I just gave you the formula in who is really standing before you.
Lowest moment of your life?
That's suicidal.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was suicidal. I was
That's deep.
everything, dog. I had everything. Every time you turn on the TV, I was on every commercial, top of my game, playing 2 sports. And I tried to take myself out in Cincinnati, Ohio. Basically because my babies had been taken from me. That was the only thing I felt like loved me at the time. Everybody else, they loved what I did, but they didn't love me because they didn't know me. Because I really wasn't prime, I was DEION. They didn't know that cat. That's who Chad and all them know. You know, they didn't know that cat. And my babies, I was going through a tremendous divorce, and I couldn't get them. Like, you know, bring me my kids, have my aunt come with the kids, and that didn't go down. So I was up under extreme, I would call it stress, pressure, and I didn't no longer want to be here, man. And that was, God was calling me collect.
and I wouldn't accept the charges. So I really had to I tried. I read. I think I was maybe in 3 or 4 that night. A couple stolen bases. Still, next morning got up, and it was the side of this highway, down this highway in Cincinnati. Ran right off. I remember because I don't lie. I don't lie for nobody. Never did. And this police came down to the bottom of this runoff, and he said, "DEION Sanders, what happened? Did you run off the road? Did you lose control?" I said, "No, sir." "Did somebody run you off the road?" I said, "No, sir." He said, "What happened?" I just looked at him like, you know what's up. So my attorney, my agent at the time, Eugene Parker, who passed on, he said, "Man, look,
great.
You got to I'm gonna get you some help, or you got to do this, or I'm gonna let people know." I said, "We good," and I started getting spiritual help. Now, this Pastor David Forbes started coming down from Columbus, Ohio, and started just talking to me about the Word and about the Lord and all that. And I gave my life to the Lord in a condo all alone in Cincinnati, Ohio, where I was playing baseball, man. So I went through a roller coaster of emotions. I was at the bottom of, to me, what life was. That's why you got public success, and everybody that's successful publicly, they're struggling somewhat privately. And you got to really understand that. See, the thing about it, we do this when the camera's on. We got to do this when the camera's off. We got to talk to each other, man. We got to love each other. We got to, "Hey, man, Fred, you all right, dog? Hey, dog, you all right, man?"
Out of all of the sporting moments, what was your greatest, do you think? Do you ever think about those, or do you not really?
Honestly, man, behind the veil, behind the mask, I'm really different than my public persona. My public persona is prime time, you know?
So like, even like when you won the Super Bowl and stuff,
When I won my first Super Bowl,
what did you do?
I was the first one on the bus, first one to bed. I didn't even go to party. It was something missing inside, man. It wasn't fulfilling as I thought it was. Yeah, it wasn't about the things, the outward things, because I had power, money, and sex, but it wasn't fulfilling.
So you had all of that power, money,
And sex,
and it was empty.
it was an empty feeling still empty.
So what happened?
That's when I went through my first divorce, in which the only things that I knew that truly loved me were my 2 kids. Now they're gone. Now they've been taken away.
Because you lost custody of your kids.
It was devastating, and I went through suicidal thoughts, a suicidal period. I ran this car off the side of the highway and was at the bottom. I thought it would just, the car would flip, it didn't flip, and I was still there. And I was like, man. Shortly after that, I had to just come to the Lord with my hands up, say, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. You got me. I give up. God, you take me.
So like all of that power, money, sex didn't give you what your faith has.
Emptiness.
There's a great power to being able to achieve amazing things and yet hold them so lightly because you have something far more precious.
That's it.
And, you know, we share a faith together. You know, it's like a backbone to me as well. And it's like all the achievements and the summits, and they're nothing compared to, you know, that's something inside. And I totally see it in you.
I stayed strong, and I never questioned God. And I won custody.
So you won custody?
Yeah, I won custody of all my babies. And I'm happy. You know, I pride myself on being the best dad in the world, man. I know all their shoe sizes, all their clothes sizes, the teachers. I know how to braid my daughter's hair. It has to be something bigger than you that you're working for, that you're living for. Because if it's all about you, you've already lost.